Okay, we're getting set up for our 15th week of beekeeping. Not much has changed in a week. Well, it's sort of a waiting game, I guess, at this point. The hive is still looking good. It's been hot out, so they've been hanging out a lot in front. I've been waiting on the apiary to respond back to getting a queen, because I think it's time to potentially split these boxes. Last week I checked and I saw that the queen, the laying worker situation has been resolved, but I wanted to give it a little bit extra time, and just with other scheduling things, I wasn't able to do much, but I want to take another look today and see if the laying worker stuff is completely good, and if that's the case, try to pick up a queen this week and do a split. In the meantime, last I checked, we had a good amount of honey in one of the two supers, and we swapped these two top boxes, and hopefully the other box is starting to get drawn out. I did order some extracting equipment and some of those things, so in preparation, if I do have honey in there, I should be able to extract some honey from some of those frames, which would be nice. But other than that, we'll take a look at that and just look at the status of this hive now with the 3 boxes. Make sure that they're not running out of room with the with all the bees that we combined. Make sure they're not at risk of swarming. Yes, I guess that's possible. I've seen some reports of people having some swarms in early July, and I definitely don't want to have a swarm happen here. I'd much rather catch it early and split back to the other second box. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to suit up. It's going to be pretty hot today. It's in the 80s and it's just really muggy, so it's going to be really hot inside that suit. So I'll try to move as fast as I can, but as thoroughly as I can. See if I can spot the queen. That would be great. And we'll go on from there. So without further ado. And just like last week, this top looks like pretty much all the frames have capped honey. So we'll go ahead and pull one of those out and see what that looks like. And then we'll take a look at the one that was not drawn out. And there you have it. A frame full of capped honey. And it looks like I got about 9 of these. 8 or 9. So we might be putting an extractor to work pretty soon. Brief look here. Looks like they still haven't drawn out this second super just yet. Maybe I have to do that trick where I take the queen excluder out to get them to start drawing. Alright, just a quick close-up. Queen excluder. And that top hive body. And here we have more of that drone brood that still hasn't emerged. I'll remind myself on the timeline. It's 21 days to emerge. They look pretty well ready. I think some of them are starting to chew out already. There are no eggs on this frame. I see a few eggs on this frame on the very bottom. Just one, so that's good. Maybe the queen paid a quick visit. Nothing to note of here. Just drones that haven't emerged yet, and a bunch of empty cells in between. No eggs. No queen cups. There's one queen cup on this side, but nothing in it. Alright, so just to summarize the top box. Didn't really see anything of interest in there. There's no eggs. There's just drone that's left over from the laying workers. I didn't see a queen. I saw like maybe half dozen eggs on a bottom of one frame, so maybe the queen's been here in the last couple of days, but she really hasn't been much through there. So Not much of interest there, but that's good. No queen cells to speak of except for the one. Nothing in it, so no signs of swarming in this box. So we'll continue on with the next 2 boxes. So hopefully you can see this one a little better. We got some bees hanging out up top. See if we find something interesting inside. This is this side too. Really good brood pattern. Nice rainbow of honey on the top. Picture perfect. Plenty of open broods, so. Oh, there's our queen. Haven't seen her for a few weeks. Let's get her close up for camera. There's our beautiful queen, alive and kicking. She's in the top deep, frame number 3. With that said, I'm not sure how far I will go in this inspection because I got a queen, and I'll otherwise look to see if there's any supersedure cells, but I think we're in good shape. The other thing that I could do today is potentially a mite count. Let's take a quick look, a couple more frames, and go from there. Okay, so remember a few weeks ago I did a mite count using this jar and some windshield washer fluid. Now I actually have alcohol wash, which is supposed to be more effective than the windshield washer fluid. So what I'm going to try to do is to get a half a cup of bees in here and wash them away and do the whole rinse thing like I did last time and see if there's any mites on these bees. I'm going to use a different method this time. I'm going to try to roll the bees in gently rather than shake them out. I don't know if that'll be more successful or not, but it's got to be better than that whole shaking a whole frame out, causing a whole ruckus. So let's see how this works. So hopefully we got more than 200 bees this time in here. Do ourselves a quick mite count. So it's pretty hot in that suit. We have our bees. Let's empty them out and see if we have mites. No mites. Which is, I'll admit, a little surprising that so many people have mites right now, but I don't know. I don't seem to have any just yet, so I'm gonna count these out, make sure I got a good amount of bees in here. See if that was a better technique. It was far easier. I still ended up getting stung once in the finger. Again, when you grab a frame of the wrong side, they get you. So you gotta be careful there. This looks like more bees than the last time. Well, that's a pretty good count. I counted 296 bees in that sampling. So the perfect sampling, but no mites. So that's good, unless I'm doing something wrong. So they're having a field day back there. So I'm gonna give them a minute and then I'll wrap up this inspection and maybe have a quick summary in a minute. Be right back. All right, the girls are buzzing pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my gloves on and try to get them back in as best I can. All right, well, let's wrap up today's inspection. This is the 15th week of beekeeping for me. and probably not the only thing I'll be doing this week, depending on some calls I will make. So we looked in this hive. The first super has been drawn out, and the second one hasn't yet. I'll have to see if there's anything I can do about that to try to entice them to come into this box. Maybe I take that queen excluder off again. Maybe not, I'm not sure. And so we looked through the top deep, which was the deep that was from the other hive, and we see it's mostly honey and nectar, and the only thing remaining is going to be the drone brood, which I'll have to do the math to see when I'd expect those to come to emerge out. Might be soon, might be next week, might be 21 days from when those laying workers were laying those eggs. So those will come out. And then the other piece is the queen was spotted here. First time I've seen her in a couple of weeks at least, so that's great. I did also see on the first few frames, I did see eggs laid there, really good brood pattern, so she's still doing really well. So what I'm going to do, if it's not too late today, I'm going to call my queen supplier. The first one that I had been in touch with is on vacation this week, and I'd really like to get a queen by middle of this week if possible, rather than waiting for the weekend or next week. So I'll give them a call, see if they have queens available, maybe pick one up tomorrow if I'm lucky. If that's the case, what I'd like to do is split this hive, and I'll have to figure out, because these frames really just have drone brood, which won't be very helpful for the new colony. So I might have to finagle some frames out of this, maybe this middle deep. That I'll have to check in with my mentor to see if what's the best approach there. Maybe I'll take either this entire middle box and bring that over there, or, because that one had great brood pattern, mixture of open and closed. You want both. You want I think you want to have both, so you have the varying ages and some nurse bees to take care of them until the queen starts laying new ones. So that will be the next thing for me to do, and then we'll start week 16 after that. But for now, that's where we're at. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.